Hello everybody. Had to go out of my way because there was a landslide on my route, so I've had to come off through a little bit of mountain, well, hill really, and I've come across this temple here, and it has some very typical Shinto features, like this tree here, which is very beautiful. I don't know if it's still alive, and you can see there the tori and this old stone bridge here, and with some dragonflies, lots of dragonflies today. You can see there they are, and another one there. So there's the tori, and apparently the rope is also significant. You can see the stone lanterns that I've showed you before, and here is a little bamboo. Now I think people are supposed to give themselves a little wash in here using these bamboo. I think they're made of bamboo, these little cups. I think it's a ritual thing to have a little bit of a wash, but I'm not going to. And once again there are steps leading up, as there were in the last temple I showed you. As I've said, it's difficult to find an very old temple that hasn't been renovated, because Japan is a land of lots of tsunamis and earthquakes, so structures don't last that long, unfortunately. So we got some beautiful old pine trees here. And also one thing about the Japanese, that I'm sure that in Kyoto everything is very well preserved, but here they don't seem to be particularly bothered about having this concrete thing next to the shrine. By the way, the word for temple in Japanese is jinja. I suspect this is the site of an old jinja that's probably been rebuilt. It looks very new up there. Coming through the tori. Now you can hear traffic in the background because there's a motorway, what they call an expressway, very close, that I've more or less been following, although I can't cycle on the expressway, and I don't really want to either. I don't know if you can see the dragonflies, but there are many. Now this is a nice temple. The one I showed you the other day was not very nice at all. Yes, this is very good. Got old features, and I'm very glad I stopped. This is a lovely temple. There's a little bell here. it's supposed to be 3 times. And the door. I don't know what's inside. I don't know what's written, but I think this is definitely old. They've obviously built around it to protect it, but I suppose the original structure would have been just this wooden structure. And this is very typical, this style, although you can't really see, you can only see the underside. But it's quite common to see this kind of ribbing. Okay, so I'll take you to the next building. It's quite sunny, it's a lovely day today, and I've really enjoyed cycling. It's been mostly flat. So this building is also obviously very old too. I'm very glad I stopped in this temple. I've had a couple of people from you, a couple of emails from people saying that they're very interested in Japan and its culture. I will come up here to the door and see what's inside. But I don't know whether we can see, you can see me. There we are. I think they're usually very simple Shinto temples. You can see here, there in front of you is a drum. And if you look down on the floor, here, you can see the tatami matting that I showed you from another video. And I can see over here another drum. So this is the inside of a Shinto temple. It's very simple, as you can see. I've never seen a Shinto ceremony, so I don't really know what goes on. And here is another bell somewhere. The sun is in my eyes. So there you are. Obviously this is modern down here, but I think this is probably a very old temple site. On this lovely day. Days like this I really enjoy cycling. And that tree, I suppose, was very old. So there you are. A lot of pines in Japan. It's a mountainous country and lots of pine trees grow here. Although I've also had a lot of, I passed by a lot of chestnut trees and a lot of walnut trees. And apple trees as well. I'll just give you one more shot of the temple from a bit further away. Ah, there's another path that I can take to go down, so I don't have to. So there you are. That's very typical Japanese style. Jinja. Very small. Anyway, there you are. Bye-bye. It's time for me to get to Ishinomaki and see if I can find a hotel. They all seem to be booked up. Bye.